Hi, my name's Jeremy Smith, and this video segment today is about the hot topic since probably January, and still hot in the gyms right now. It's about developing the booty butt. I remember the news came out maybe shortly after New Year's resolutions this year that this is the year of the booty, and then all of a sudden, and every gym, and I work out about 3-4 different gyms on a regular basis, and you see every lady out there, every woman out there doing all these crazy, I'm gonna say it, crazy ass exercises, and literally they're working their asses off. The stuff is not working, and I'm going to help you, for the ladies out there that are watching this video, to be brutally honest and tell you the truth of what really it's about as far as developing the best that you can, getting the most in building your best assets and building that butt. Okay, booty building sounds just like almost just like bodybuilding. I am a bodybuilder. When it comes to the working out, you are going to the gym and you're doing the resistance training to tear down muscle, all right? And tearing down the muscle with then 70 to 75, some people will say even 80% of it is then proper nutrition to be able to give your body the nourishment after you've worked out that particular muscle group that you train. And in particular for this video, you've worked out your bottom is your focus here. You've torn down the muscle tissue during the resistance training, and with proper nourishment, eating protein and the proper types of carbs and proper fats, and being consistent, with that, following that proper nourishment and nutrition for an entire week until the next time you work out. That will then help the muscles that you tore down during the resistance training to mend and heal and become thicker and be able to grow and to adapt to the resistance that you placed onto it during the workout. So when it comes to bodybuilding as well as booty building, it's the same process of just wanting to build muscle, period, all throughout your body. And think of it this way, like a landscaper will come in and aerate. They punch holes into the yard and break up the ground. The aeration, will punch these holes in the yard, so it makes it easier for the nourishment, which would be in this case for your yard. It would be the water, the minerals, and the fertilizer, all the things that you put out there for your yard. With then time, to recover, rest, so to speak, and mend and grow, and then the grass, becomes thicker. And then you have a beautiful yard. Well, that's the same thing with doing the resistance training. As a bodybuilder, you go in and you train whatever body parts that you have in mind for that day, and your goal is to tear down the muscle tissue. You want to stimulate the muscle to grow, not annihilate, stimulate. And there is a formula on how much, how many sets that you want to do for certain body parts and so forth. And I'll get into that in greater detail in our exercise prescriptions. The other factor too that I notice, with women, that are looking to build that, the booty, all right, we're looking at building muscle, which will then, act as it'll create the shape lifting effect when you start to fill up that area of your body with more muscle. And for some people, maybe body fat is a concern, or maybe the saggy skin, or whatever you are not happy with that's not muscular related at all. Please keep in mind that when you're doing the resistance training, where you're doing the squats and the lunges and then all these other new exercises that I see out there that, by the way, are just stupid ass shit. But anyway, I'll get into that in detail in another minute. But your goal, for building the muscle is the resistance training. But when it comes to the body fat in that area, or any area on your body, Building metabolically active muscle in general in your whole body, in the long run, helps to make it easier to burn away fat and keep fat from accumulating. However, when you're working out in the gym, it has nothing to do with getting rid of fat in that area by doing tons and tons of inner thigh work or outer thigh work, or doing these glute machines to get rid of fat in that area. You may be able to break down the muscle, setting it up to be able to be receptive with the proper nutrition. That's the key to grow the muscle, is the proper nourishment, nutrition, but it has nothing to do with getting rid of the fat. That's that spot reduction, and that's where a lot of these core programs are very, very misleading. You can do ab crunches all day and night, and if you have 4 or 5 pounds of abdominal gut fat, it's going to do nothing with getting rid of the fat. That's proper nutrition to let fat stores be released by eating every 3 to 4 hours to shut down starvation mode, and again, building muscle to increase your metabolism, over time. That will increase your metabolic engine, so to speak, so it'd be easier to burn body fat altogether in your body. And if some of you are sitting out there saying, well, that's not true, I don't buy that, there are different exercises that I can work out and get rid of fat in an area, please, here, test it out this way. Think of it this way. People that chew gum, all right, people that chew gum, which we know a lot of people do, if spot reduction really worked, that means that they would have really lean, ripped faces, and their mouth muscles, their biceps, are going to be, creating an environment where, again, their face is going to be really, really lean. Or let's take it a step further. Overly fat person. We're talking someone that, is 100 pounds overweight. We all know that they have to eat a great deal of food to support 100 pounds or more of being overly fat. And again, have you ever seen someone that had to do a lot of chewing in order to develop that fat, and they had a ripped face because their mouth muscles were chewing all the time, and it created really lean, area of their face because they used those muscles? No, it doesn't work. And, I have to look it up. I know from time to time I use this as an example, but I'm not sure the current guy who has the record for abdominal crunches, but I know that for a long period of time, the holder of doing the most, crunches or abdominal sit-ups had a 0 abdominal definition. So again, it does not work. So high reps, when you're doing your leg workout and stuff, thinking the high reps create more burn, which is lactic acid, is not burning away the sizzling of the fat in that area. It's just a waste of time. So as a bodybuilder, you're looking to develop muscle all over your body. Well, as a booty bodybuilder, you're looking to develop the muscle in that area. So the fat is nutrition. Put that off the side. Now we're looking at the building of the muscle in your glutes, and you want to keep to a rep scheme of around 8 to 12, maybe 15 repetitions. And the key is to challenge the muscle and break it down. That means lifting heavy ass weight, plain and simple. So your workout, your exercises that you do that will incorporate the glutes and put the most challenging load onto the glutes are going to be doing your squat type exercises, a lot of your leg press type exercises. Some of the leg presses are set up where the glutes are pulled out of it. Your lunges. I'm not a big fan of walking lunges unless I am doing it for a person for functional fitness to mimic a sport. For people that are just looking to build their body and look good and feel healthy and that kind of thing, I would rather lunge one leg at a time in place because you're less likely to get sloppy with their form. Walking lunges, people end up getting sloppy with the form, and they end up having their knee exceed their toes, and they end up with knee problems. So that really, the goal is to go with the heaviest ass weight, to challenge your training of your glutes. Now, with that said, a lot of these new exercises have come out that isolate just glutes only. Listen, I would strongly recommend maybe if you have a glute flexion machine at your gym, or perhaps you're doing the Kegels and you're squeezing your glutes, sitting on the bench and squeezing, your butt cheeks. Some of those exercises maybe to do a couple sets before you do the very basic squat or the very basic lunge or the very basic leg press. Maybe do a couple of these sets of these new exercises that you're able to feel the flexion of your glutes and contracting and squeezing. Do those before you do the heavy stuff that will help your mind create a greater mind and body connection, so you'll be able to flex the muscle as you're doing the squat, as you're doing the lunge. And that's also a key too. When you're doing those heavy leg exercises, you know, you are working out your thighs predominantly and your glutes, but if you're constantly keeping constant tension and focus more on flexion of the glutes, it'll put more emphasis on the glutes during those exercises that are the most beneficial at tearing down the muscle tissue. The other exercises where I see women doing glute exercises for a whole hour and 15 minutes straight of glute, it's ridiculous. Really, most body parts, you know, big body parts, you know, maybe training 12 to 16 sets, and that's it. And if you are training leg day and then you're training, you know, your glutes later in the week, you've already trained your glutes during leg day. So now you're overtraining them. And I also see women, you know, I'm in the gym quite often, and I may see the women 4 or 5 times a week doing the same workout. And that's the thing too, you know, you got to keep in mind. The key is the nourishment and the time down from the workout after you tore up the muscle to help the muscle then mend and repair. So you need to have that downtime. That's the key to then making it grow. So if you don't allow it to have that downtime and proper nourishment after you beat it up during a workout, you're going to overtrain, and then you're literally working your ass off. Now here's the problem that comes into play here. A lot of these people that are putting out these programs, you know, that started this trend in the first place, listen, it's called genetics. They have phenomenal genetics, and they would be able to do these stupid, lame-ass exercise programs and still get great results. Or do my program, very simple. They'll get great results. They're going to get results regardless. So for people that are like me, that don't have the best genetics in the world, this is what we have to do. So I'm speaking to you people, the people out there that's just regular, mediocre people out there. You have to train your body parts once a week, hardcore to exhaustion, leave them alone, have proper nourishment, eating multiple meals throughout the day, and giving it a whole week to recover and mend, and then tear it down again, just like aerating that yard. That will work best for the average person in the world out there, okay? So more is not necessarily better, all right? So keep that in mind. Nutrition, definitely the key to making all the results of losing body fat and maximizing your muscle building is proper nutrition, all right? So keep that in mind, that the thing that we usually don't want to do in life is the very thing that we have to do. And again, developing extraordinary mindset, to develop that extraordinary body and create that extraordinary life, we have to learn how to change our perception of things, and then the results come into play, and then we see it's worth it. So I hope that my tip for developing the booty butt was helpful for you ladies out there. And be careful with your techniques. I'll be releasing some videos demonstrating some proper techniques for squats and some of the other exercises that I think are thumbs up, you know, I approve type exercises, and show you, you know, the techniques, making sure that your knees and your lower back are safe, because your number one priority in doing all this exercise programs is your safety here. It's never ever going to be a benefit doing something horrifically new to try to get a little bit of progress at the expense of trashing your joints, or maybe throwing an imbalance elsewhere in your body, and now you're down with an injury, and you never get results by doing that. So hope this is helpful, and if you want to learn more, feel free to check out our special promo page on our website, bodyeliteonline.com, and give us a whirl, check us out. Might be the last time that you try a workout program for the rest of your life, because you've got phenomenal results. All right? I'm Jeremy Smith, owner of Body Elite Personalized Training. My motto, that I hope will become yours too, an extraordinary mindset, extraordinary body and an extraordinary life. Thanks for visiting my video and checking us out. Take care and good luck in your fitness journey.